What is it, girl? What is it? What is it? What is it? We've got a rat problem in my barn. I don't know about a lot of rats, but I've seen one rat. And my friend Maggie is pissed that there's a rat on the premises and she can never quite catch it because it's just always out of reach for some reason. And we've got to do something about it. I could either go out and buy some rat traps, which are a little bit dangerous because I've got chickens and cats and things like that around that could potentially be harmed by such a thing. So I don't like that. And I also don't like the poison. So for lots of reasons. So I figured maybe what I might do is devise myself some sort of trap, which will allow my brain to be a little bit more creative and think outside the box a little bit. And I think that's part of, I've discussed this in other videos, I think that's part of our education. That's part of our development. That's part of being human that we lack a lot now because we just immediately go Google it and we think, oh, how to do this, and Google or Siri or whatever it is tells you exactly what to do. And we don't have to do any problem solving for ourselves. So I'm going to try to devise. I've seen some traps kind of like this before, so it's not a completely original idea. But now I'm all about living and letting live, right? If the rat wasn't going to destroy stuff and wasn't going to eat my chicken eggs, then I just let it go about its merry way, right? No problems. But it's only a matter of time till it destroys something that's really valuable. So far, it's just gotten into like paper towels and stuff like that. Not a big deal, but I don't want it, eating one of my several $100 sleeping bags. That would be really irritating. I thought about using a bucket, but since with mice, I think a bucket would work. But I think with a rat, a big enough rat, may be able to jump out of a bucket. I needed something just a little bit taller, a little bit bigger than a bucket, and I think this might be the ticket. What is it? Maggie's been losing her cool around here the past few weeks, looking for this rat. Stinking rat. Like this, for example, our chickens don't always lay eggs in the appropriate places. And this has been gotten to by a rat, eating the eggs. Weirdo. Maggie's trying to do her job. She's just not small enough, nimble enough to get to where the rat is. The cats, however, those are freeloaders. They are not doing their job. Now, in theory, Mr. Rat is going to come along. He's going to see our welcome sign. Free cheese, no cats, what? So he's going to walk around here. He's going to see this little ramp right here. He's going to walk up it. Going to walk up the ramp. He's going to see the peanut butter. And he's like, whoa, I love peanut butter. He's going to walk out onto our pipe. And this thing's going to go slippity, sloppity, slip. And he's going to fall down into the water where he will meet his demise. Look, guys, I don't like killing stuff. Like, I'm not into that. And the older I get, the less I enjoy the killing of things. For some reason, life has taken on more and more value the older I get. And I don't really know exactly why that is, but I understand that life is a precious thing. But there has to be a balance, right? There has to be a balance between living and letting live and, you know, stopping things from eating your sleeping bags or whatever it is. You just can't allow it to a certain degree, right? And I can't allow, if I have these chickens, the whole sole purpose of having these chickens is for them to lay eggs. The reason you put time and energy and effort into raising chickens and other livestock is so they produce for you. And if you've got coyotes eating your calves or rats eating your eggs, it's defeating the purpose, and you're spinning your wheels, you're wasting your time, and you just can't, you know, I used to think some of the battles between farmers and wolves was like, oh man, those wolves, they're poor wolves, they're getting annihilated, you know. But then I started thinking about it, I was like, well, those farmers, that's their livelihood, you know. Those cattle out there, they rely upon those cattle for their lives, for their food and for the income for their families. And how could they possibly just allow an animal to come take, we have just as much of a right to live and prosper as the wildlife around us. People always seem to put humans and wildlife in two separate categories with this very defined barrier between the two. And I don't think that's the case at all. We are part of nature. We are part of the wild ecosystem. Of course, we change it and develop it, and more than probably any other species, definitely more than any other species in the world, we have changed the way the natural environment looks. But we are part of that natural environment. It's important for us to take care of the things around us. It's important for us to manage the wildlife properly. It's our job, I believe that God gave us the job of managing the wildlife, taking care of the creatures around us, taking care of the forests. I think that that's our job. And part of managing that wildlife, part of managing that ecosystem, part of managing that wild world is occasionally taking some of it out. And in this situation, I'm going to be taking a rat out. I hope, at least. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you anything. I'm not going to be able to show you the dead rat because it will most certainly get this video banned from the internet. But maybe I'll just leave like a post or something. So if I do have success with our trap, maybe I'll say, you know, we got the rat, that kind of thing in a post, and you guys can see there if the trap works. But I think it will. I have high hopes that I'm going to be able to catch something in here, even though I didn't use crunchy peanut butter. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I cannot wait to see you on the next video. A little scent trail going up the ramp here. Make it that much more inviting.